life is too short to ever be stuck like Chuck. You know that you're called to be amazing. You know that you're called to be powerful. You know that you are supposed to take up space in this world and transform the lives of many people, maybe in your family, in your neighborhood, or even people that you don't even know yet. You know that you're called to do something more than what you're doing right now. Hey there, my name is Shamika. I'm your big sister, your little sister, your favorite cousin, your friendly neighbor, all the things. And I help women step into their soft energy, their soft era, their feminine power, and I help them become the best version of themselves. That is what this channel is all about. We believe that every day in every way, we are getting better and better. That is what we do over here at Soft Grace. Today we're going to talk about how to live a better life. So I know you might be over your current circumstance. Maybe you're not in the career that you want. Maybe you're not in the relationship that you want. Maybe you're not surrounded by the people that you want to be surrounded by. Maybe there's just a few things in your life that you would like to tweak just a little bit, and you don't know how to do it. How do I get from point A to point B, or from point A to point F? How do I go further in life? How do I do more? How do I step into who I'm supposed to be? That is what we're going to talk about today. So grab you some tea and let's get into it. Let's start off with the scripture, as we always will do. Romans 12:2 says, "Do not conform to this world, but be ye transformed in the renewing of your mind." That right there is the key. A better life isn't just about what you do, but it starts with how you think. Every single thing that you do starts in your mind. Life is about decisions, whether you are successful or whether you are not. It all starts with a decision, and decisions are processed in your mind. So we're going to start with your mind. We got to get that mind right. So how do we live a better life? Step 1, change your mind. A better life starts with your mind. So many times we are waiting for things to happen externally when it all starts internally. We're waiting for things to happen on the outside when it all starts on the inside of that big beautiful head of yours.
Big head.
That's where it all starts. What are you thinking about? You absolutely must pay attention to what you think about throughout the day. The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if you think you can't, you're right. If you think you can, you're right. If you think that you're too late, if you think that you cannot do it, if you think that you cannot be successful, if you think that a good life is not for you, if you think that the things that you want, the dreams, the passions, the goals, the aspirations that you have, if you think that they are not for you, you are absolutely right. So you must pay attention to what you are thinking about. Joyce Meyer, I think she has a book, either has the name of the book, or in the book she calls it stinking thinking. We have to pay attention to make sure that we don't have stinking thinking. And what is that? That's just about being positive. Make sure that you are being optimistic instead of pessimistic. That is the difference between success and not having success. How are you thinking? When you wake up in the morning, what are the first things that are coming to your mind? And if you don't have control over your thinking, you need to pray about that. Get in some word, get in a self-help book, maybe get in some sort of therapy, so that you can really dig deep into your mindset. Mindset, it literally controls your reality. Your environment can be terrible, but if your mindset is strong, you will be strong. Many times we talk about our prayer life and what type of lifestyle we live. I am going to challenge you to pay attention to your thought life. What are you thinking about at any given moment, especially when a situation does not look exactly like you want it to look? Do you have limiting beliefs? Are you now thinking in a negative manner? Are you thinking optimistically? How are you thinking? What we have to realize is that our thoughts shape our reality. Our thoughts shape our reality. One more time, our thoughts shape our reality. So change the way you think and watch your reality change. Step 2, watch your mouth. You absolutely have to be careful what you are speaking. So we start off with watching what we think and change our mindset, have a mindset shift, and then immediately we must focus on what we are saying. Your words have power. Whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not, whether you subscribe to it or not, your words have power. So once you think a thing and you say it, it becomes reality. Your words have power. So if you think I can't and then you say I can't, guess what will be your reality? You can't. But if you think I will, if you say watch me do it, your reality will be I did that. I did it, and I'm gonna do it again and again. Next time better than the last time. Literally, what you say shapes who you are. Think about it. We were made in the image and the likeness of God. God is our Father. He is our creator. How did he create the world? He created the world with words. He spoke and it became. He said, let there be light. He said, let the sun rule by day and the moon and stars to rule by night. He created with his words. And so if he, our creator, created with his words and we were made in his image and in his likeness, that means that we are like God. So we too can create with our words. And the scariest part about that is that you don't have to believe it for it to be true. That's why when people be like, oh, I'm dying laughing, or girl, I'm dead. No, I am not. I speak life. I'm not dying laughing. I'm not doing that. I'm not dead. Like, no. Speak life. And even if you're joking, your words are so powerful that even a joke can become reality. Your words have power. So you absolutely must focus and pay attention to what you are saying. Now, on the reverse side, pay attention to what you are not saying. You want something so bad for your life. You want a different life than what you are living right now so badly. Start speaking it. Start speaking it. I am so big on affirmations. I start my day affirming what I believe for myself, what I believe for my family, what I believe for my future, for my businesses, for my career, for my husband. I speak it. Why? Because I have a God-given right to decree a thing, and so shall it be. So pay attention to what you're saying, but also pay attention to what you are not saying. If you are not seeing things happen in your life, what is it that you're not saying? Are you decreeing and declaring that I am successful, I am healthy, I am whole, I am loved, I am worthy? What are you saying? What aren't you saying? Are you not declaring that I will have a good day today? Today is going to be a good day. I am going to secure 2 new clients this week. My children will have successful school years, successful careers. My children are safe and sound. My children are covered. My husband is successful. My family is blessed. My mind is whole. My body is healthy. What are you not saying? Decree it. You have the power in your tongue to say a thing and it will come to pass. Reality is shaped by your words. You have the power. So some people call it manifestation. Yes, it is. You can say it and watch it manifest. Just like God did when he created the earth. Number 3, clean up. Clean up your environment. I always say in my personal life, I believe that there is a reason that roses are not planted in cement. They are planted in good soil. Why? Because your environment matters. Who are you surrounded by? Do an audit of your environment. Everything around you should be in agreement and in alignment with the highest version of yourself, with what you want for yourself. That includes your friendships, Are you surrounded by friendships that only take and don't give? Are you surrounded by friends who drain you? I would tell a person in a heartbeat, I am not your sink. Do not drain me. You cannot. You absolutely must pay attention to who you are around. There is a study that says that you are the sum or the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Who are you around? Look to your left.
Is this my left? No, this.
Look to your left and look to your right and see who's surrounding you. Who's there? Do they inspire you? Do they motivate you? Can they pray with you? Do they drain you? Do they drag you? Are they always negative? Are they speaking positivity? Are they doing some of the things that you want to do? Can you get ideas from them? Can you lean on them when you're not so strong? Can you rely on them if you're in a bind? Can they be there for you? Who are you around? That is important. What about what you look at? What are you allowing in your environment? What are you consuming? What content are you consuming? Are you consuming content that is about doom and gloom? Or are you considering content that will uplift you and inspire you? What are you watching on TV? There are some reality shows that are just too real about fighting and all this other type of stuff. Some of it is entertaining, but some of it is just really toxic. There is a reason that you thrive in non-toxic environments. You're supposed to be in a clean environment. And it's not just tidying up your house, although that matters as well. That matters as well. But what are you allowing in your environment? It's important for us to be very conscious of what we allow in our environment. If it's not good to me or for me, then it's not allowed. If it's not inspiring me, then I'm unsubscribing. If it does not match who I want to be, not necessarily who I am today, but if it's not something that my highest self would do, then I'm not doing it. If it is something that is conflicting with my goals, then I'm not interested. We have to clean it up. Clean up your social media. Who are you following? Are you following people that are only interested in things that don't have anything to do with where you're going in life? Whether you like it or not, what you take in and allow in your mental environment and your spiritual environment, it impacts you one way or another. Think about it. If you're walking through the mall and you hear a song playing, and then maybe 3 hours or 4 hours later you start humming that song, you didn't even register that physically or knowingly in your mind. You didn't register it, but your subconscious picked it up, and it was something that was lodged in your subconscious that later came to the front, and now you're humming a song. You don't even know the lyrics, you don't know how the song goes, but you're humming it. That is how important it is for us to watch what we allow. The Bible talks about guarding our ear gates and our eye gates. Protect what you allow in your environment. Clean it up. Who are you following on social media? Who are you following on Instagram and TikTok? And who are you friends with on Facebook? Are they feeding into you or are they taking away from you? That's very important. Clean up in every sense of the word, even your house, even your car. And I'm guilty of that. Sometimes my car is not a representation of the highest version of myself. Sometimes my office might be a little bit cluttered, and I have noticed that when things are cluttered around me, my mind tends to be cluttered. I can't think with clarity like I normally can until around me is in order. That is a real thing. There's this girl, I think she has a book called Decluttering or something like that. And she talks about how important it is to make sure that your space is decluttered so that your mind could be decluttered. I never would have thought that the two would be even closely related, but they are. I have found that even if my purse is cluttered and I go in there and I'm looking for something, I tend to be frustrated because I can't find what I want. Clean up your space so that you can have clarity of mind. It's so important. Number 4, take control of your habits. A lot of people think that motivation is what's needed in order to live a better life. Yes, motivation is cute, very much so cute. Love to watch a wonderful YouTube video on motivation. Love to hear a podcast on motivation. Love to read a book on motivation. However, motivation does not sustain you. Discipline does. What you do every single day is what will build the blocks of your life. What are your habits? What are your habits showing you every single day? Now, am I preaching to you or preaching to me? I don't know at this point, because listen, I am someone that has just dialed in on my daily habits. I am hyper focused on the decisions that I am making every single day that is building the life that I want to live. So, are your habits building the life that you want to live or keeping you in the life that you have right now? And that statement right there just changed my whole dinner order. Because I wanted something different. Now I'm going to practice what I'm speaking here and allow my habits to reflect who I want to be, not who I am today. Now, if you're fine with who and how you are today, God bless you. You're doing
A wonderful job.
Tell us what you're doing, and so that we can get some motivation from that. But if you see areas for improvement in your life, I would strongly challenge you to look at your habits. What are you doing every day that's supporting who you are today? Once you identify those things, make slight changes. And no one's asking you to do a complete overhaul or a complete renovation of who you are so that you can change by tomorrow. But what slight changes can you make? For me, I have 2 new baby dogs. I am committed to taking them outside to walk every single day. What does that do? That gives them exercise, but it also gets me moving. It gets me active. Get outside and walk. Why? Because the best version of Shamika is a healthy woman who loves to exercise.
That is not who I am right now.
I do not love to exercise, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I do. However, I am committed to that version. So I'm looking at my habits today to see what changes can I make today that can support who I want to be. I would say tomorrow, but of course, not tomorrow, but in the future. That starts for me with looking at my habits, the habit of exercising, moving my body. I want to be agile. I am 41 years old, and my husband keeps telling me,
like, girl, you better start working out.
Because the cracks that he's feeling, the way that I can hear my bones cracking and aching and all of that, it's because it's not used to the movement. So I have to get my body moving. We don't rely on motivation. We rely on habits. Motivation is a feeling. You feel motivated, but habits are something that you do every single day. Habits produce results. Motivation produces feelings. We don't live off of feelings. Our habits will get us from point A to point B. Our habits will get us the life that we want to live. So we are not focused and leaning on motivation. Motivation is temporal. It comes and it goes. Some days you feel motivated, some days you don't feel motivated. A habit will supersede motivation. When you are disciplined, whether I feel like working out or not, I am disciplined enough that I'm going to show up at the kickboxing class because that's my habit. That's my discipline. That is who I am. That is what I want to do. I'm not waiting to feel motivated to show up for my clients. My clients have a need. They expect me to do what they pay me to do. Discipline says show up whether you feel like it or not. So what are you relying on? You cannot rely on motivation. You have to rely on discipline. Number 5, tap into your purpose. Living a better life is not about doing more. It's about doing what you're supposed to be doing. Literally, it is the difference between being fulfilled and being unfulfilled. It is the difference between searching and thriving. Some people are searching for purpose. Some people are thriving in life because they're living in their purpose. They're operating in their purpose. So what is it that you're supposed to be doing? There are people in the world who are not money driven. Money isn't the most important thing to them. They are making a meager fare, meager salary, but because they are living in their purpose, they feel like millionaires. Think about the teaching system. They always talk about how teachers could make more money because they have to deal with, so many different little personalities in their classroom and all that stuff. They don't complain. Well, I don't know if they complain or not, but they feel fulfilled because they are doing what they are purposed to do. What is it that you are supposed to be doing? That's the difference between you feeling drained and feeling full. At the end of the night, you shouldn't feel drained by doing things that you weren't supposed to be doing anyway. You should feel full. Like, I had a wonderful day of operating in my gift, in my purpose, in my passion, in my calling. I did it and I did it well. So I can go to bed at night knowing I had a fulfilled day. And guess what? Tomorrow I get to wake up and do the same thing again. It's the difference between I have to do it and I get to do it. I have to go to work tomorrow. I have to meet with this person. I have to have this meeting. I have to have this conference call. I have to get on this Zoom. It's the difference between that and I get to have a meeting tomorrow. I get to go to work. I get to experience the joy of fulfilling the needs of my clients because that's my purpose. It's what I'm called to do and I'm good at it. I'm good at it. I love it. I enjoy it. So get in alignment with your purpose. I hope that you've gotten something out of this video today. Just remember, a better life is for you, girlfriend. It is your portion. It is your right. It is your pretty girl privilege to live a better life, no matter what that looks like for you, no matter how you want to define your success and what your better life is and what it should look like. It is for you. Do not have the limiting belief that it's not for you, because it is. So make sure that you watch what you are saying, watch what you are thinking, clean up your environment, watch who you have in your space, live in your purpose, do all of these things so that you can see the better life that is for you. See you in the next video. Bye, friends.